Hi, and welcome. We are so excited to share with you our EasyBUS system, which makes wiring connections easy. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We have Bob and Brad with us here today. We're so excited to talk to you guys about our EasyBUS system, which helps to eliminate common wiring mistakes. And Bob, I think you have a story about this that you could tell us about.
Yeah, so we have a few cases for last few months. The customer complained about the sensors or the devices are not working. And after our investigation, we find out customer cut the wires and rewired, and they made a mistake. And basically, they connected 24-volt DC in one cases to Modbus, and basically they cooked the device. So we came up with the new method. So basically, I just have the in front of me. First, we are adding a label says "Don't cut it," and basically, this is not a new protocol or anything. It's just a new way we are wiring, so to minimize the failure in the field.
Yeah. So just to add to that a little bit, a lot of our customers, we do have weather station sensors on site. So things like temperature sensors, um, irradiant sensors, or pyranometers. All of these sensors come from different vendors. And because of that, the wiring for these sensors, which is typically 5 wires, 2 for power, 2 for communication, and a ground, they all use different color standards, and it's really easy to not realize that, what might be a red wire for a 24-volt positive on one sensor might be a blue wire on another sensor. And so when all these wires get pulled back into the box and they have to be terminated on these terminal blocks, whether it's ours or someone else's, it's really easy to land the wrong wire in the wrong place. And not only does this cause commissioning problems where people think that a sensor doesn't work properly simply because it was miswired, but you can actually cause real damage to the sensor that requires it to be replaced and is not often covered by warranty. And so, Bob, the example you were giving is, a customer, very well intentioned, simply put 24 volts onto the wrong wire, and it literally fried the sensor. And unlike a lot of other failures that happen on site, where when you apply power to the wrong place, as they jokingly say, you might let the smoke out, and it's really visible that something's happened. A lot of these failures are actually internal on circuit boards and really are not easy to detect unless you dismantle the sensor, which also voids the warranty. Um, so, so this whole concept of trying to make this simpler is where EasyBUS came from, and we've actually been doing this. We didn't have a word for it, and we weren't really advertising it to our customers, which is kind of what all this recording is about, is trying to let people know kind of what we're doing. And so EasyBUS is the term that we have used to standardize how the wires land in the control cabinet so that no matter what type of sensor you're using, whether it's a Hooks of Flukes or a Campbell Scientific or a Kippen Zonin or IMT Solar or Luft or any other brand that, popular brand that you can think of, when you connect the sensor up to at least one of our enclosures, the actual wiring in the box should not only already be factory made when you receive it and tested, but in fact, all the colors of the wires match across the board. And the way that we do this, as you'll see from this kind of cool video that Jordan put together internally, is we take the factory wiring specification from the manufacturer, and we install it in a radial connector. And so these are just standard M12 connectors. There's nothing proprietary here. These can be purchased by a variety of companies, and these are all NEMA 4X, which means that they are designed to be outdoors and rained on, and, they're dust proof and everything else. But the metal components also are non-corrosive materials like stainless steel, and the contacts are gold plated and things. So these are really good connectors, especially in the environment. And so now a technician in the field, when they're commissioning, all they have to do is connect one side of the radial connector to the whip with the other side of the radial connector that's already on the box. And this eliminates the need to do any type of field wiring at all. And all of the wiring differences between these sensors, it is handled inside the connector that we install before we ship these to the site. And this makes adding sensors now really, really simple, and there's no need to overthink it at all.
And Brad, I pulled up an image here from our website. You can really see visually just how easy this is.
I think it's also worth to mention, as you can see, there's a link there, so you can check the compatibility of the sensor you have. When you're working with us, this sensor are compatible with the EasyBUS.
Yeah, and so I think the other thing to point out here too is that anytime that a manufacturer like us or someone else introduces something like this, there's an immediate concern from a support standpoint that we're doing something that is maybe proprietary, or that we're doing something that's going to become difficult, several years down the road if somebody ever has to replace a sensor. And that's not the case. And so we have developed engineering wiring CAD drawings that show the wiring pinouts for the various sensors by manufacturer. And if you ever did need to replace a sensor cable in the field, or the sensor, if the cable is permanently attached, those connection points on the end, they are removable, and you can essentially rewire a sensor in to that connection. And we also provide the connectors so that you can even order your own connectors if you want. So thinking long term, even about an O&M or an owner operator who's trying to support their own sensors, this same concept of not having to wire things in the field, and even being to test sensors in their own facility to know that they work universally across their fleet, all the information to support this EasyBUS concept is available for you to implement yourself.
Now let's take a look at a short demonstration video from our website.
Welcome to EasyBUS, a universal connection standard by Aderis Energy that simplifies your monitoring solution by eliminating the error-prone wire connection process during a field install. For today's video, let's take a look inside one of our products, the ComSafe. All of the wires that you see here are consolidated in these orange M12 radio connectors. Simply attach your matching orange connectors to any of the ones on the box and you're good to go. Multiple connections? No sweat. Just use a splitter and secure those extra connectors in. These connectors are even capable of preserving manufacturer-specific connection protocols, as demonstrated by this sensor here.
Well, as you can see, Jordan had a lot of fun putting this together, and all of the things shown there are real wiring, real connectors, real enclosures that we ship out to our customers every day. And so for those of you out there who do a lot of installation or commissioning, please look for the EasyBUS tags as Bob was showing, and don't cut those off. And there's no reason to rewire them. We're trying to make your job easier. And so, but if you do have questions, please contact us. As always, QR codes, website, phone numbers, always on the outside of the enclosure, and all of our trained professional staff are here to help you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks,
Right,
everyone.
Thanks.